You know we're going to have fun on Fox 9 with our Weather Whiz Kids when Scott comes back and says, "You will not believe the type of questions I was asked."
Wow, kind of like the picture behind you. It's going to be spectacular, right?
Very spectacular. You know, we've been doing this for a couple of years, a couple of school seasons here, and I tell you what, I thought I was going to get a lot of repeats, and I really haven't had a lot. Today, got all kinds of different ones. Here's a couple of those questions.
Hi, my name is Addison Weevil, and I go to Barbara Morgan S.T.E.M Academy. And my question is, how can it feel cold outside if the sun is still shining on you?
My name is Madeline Lawrence, and I go to Barbara Morgan S.T.E.M Academy. And my question is, does weather occur in outer space?
Two great questions there, right? Well, let's first of all tackle that first question about if the sun is shining on you, how can it still feel cool? Well, the sun's energy doesn't really heat the air. The sun heats solid objects, and so the sun's energy heats the earth, and the earth warms the atmosphere from the bottom up. That's why it's warmer down near the ground and it's cooler aloft. And so when we get less energy from the sun, of course, the air starts to cool around the globe. But if we're in the sun, it can feel warm. But I think what she's talking about is you're in the sun this time of year, it feels warm. You walk into the shade, and now it feels cool because the air is cooling off. But when that sun shines on us directly, we're a solid object. We get warm directly from the sun. So that's what makes the difference there. Now, we're talking about weather in outer space. Can that happen? Well, I looked, and technically outer space starts at about 62 miles up, about 100 kilometers up. This is the lower layer of the atmosphere. This is the tropopause, the troposphere that we live in. And this is where most of our general real weather is, where all the moisture is. Thunderstorms can sometimes pop up over that into the stratosphere, but really this is where the layer of weather is. But there is something called space weather that occurs as well. So they call it space weather, but when you're talking about what we call practical weather, here's a thunderstorm, and this is the dividing line between the troposphere and the stratosphere, the next layer, and this is where everything is a big inversion up here, so nothing goes past it unless you get a big gust of wind and it pushes the thunderstorm up into the next layer. That's as high as it gets, but you can call this space weather, the energy coming in from the sun. It's not the weather that's going to give us rain, but we can get the northern lights from this, and we saw a little bout with this in the U.S. not too long ago, so it can be pretty impressive when that occurs. So guys, I guess yes, but not the weather that we think about.
Yeah,
No,
depends on the definition.
but still beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
With those
Oh,
northern
gorgeous.
lights. Those are good questions. I can't wait. We're going to have these kinds of questions
Lots of
from
good ones.
them all week.
Yes, and
Barbara
next week.
Morgan kids. Smarties over
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. Thanks, Scott.
All right, he terrified a generation. Next on Fox 9 on your side, the man who played the killer in Halloween 5 joins us live in studio.